recently on Instagram, I asked all you guys, what is one thing that you were struggling with the most? And I got so many responses back, and I'm just so grateful for each and one of you that responded back and participated. And I had a little bit of a conversation with about, something that they're struggling with and how to overcome that. But I'm just so excited to share what some of you guys said with all of you guys so that we can learn from each other. And one thing that I was getting the most was how I'm struggling with work-life balance. And so that's what I want to talk about today is work-life balance. What does that look like? What does that mean? Does it exist? Is it out there? Are people doing it? And I want to tread lightly because I know a lot of people are struggling with this. And as someone who I am very cognizant of, I love to work. I'm passionate about what I do. I love, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and just hustling all the way until I lay my head down. Like, I love it. It drives me. But I also know that now I'm giving myself a little therapy session, but I also know that I'm leaving stuff behind. So the idea of a work-life balance is something that I struggle with too. But as I'm getting older and I'm just reading more and I'm connecting with more high-level entrepreneurs, and I'm realizing that this ideology that somehow society is putting on us, and let me just add, it's mostly putting on women. Women are the ones who truly take this ideology of work-life balance to heart. It just constantly is a reminder that we're not doing enough and that we're always leaving something behind. It's this idea of perfectionism, right? It's this ideology that is truly hurting so many people because it's not possible. You only have 24 hours in a day, and if you want to sleep, you probably have 18. You know what I mean? And you got to eat, you got to travel, all these different variables that go on within your day. Sometimes if you really look at your schedule, it is really hard to work 10 hours unless you're, drilling. It probably isn't now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, work-life balance, I understand it. Let's talk about it. How can you find some type of balance if that's possible? And my only answer I can say is I have a few answers, but one, don't be so hard on yourself. Just know that you're doing your best. Try your best, do your best, and leave it at that. There's going to be some things that you just can't do. There's going to be some things that you have to leave on the table. So just know that you're doing your best. Don't put pressure on yourself to make it to every soccer game, make it to all the Chiefs football games, to make all your sales calls, and also have lunch with your husband and walk your dog and make sure your girlfriend gets flowers every 5 seconds. Like, come on, dude. Like, you only have 24 hours in a day, right? Really, so we really have to think about this. But the one thing that I can say that would really help you would be calendar blocking. So every Sunday, I like to look at my calendar. I like to just check in, see what I'm doing, make sure I schedule out my week so that if there's something that I'm slacking on and I'm noticing it, maybe I want to spend more time with my nephew, I have that pre-booked before I even let him know or his parents know that I want to spend time with him. In my head, I know this is his weekend. I want to spend time with him. Maybe I'm saying, I'm slacking on my dog mom responsibilities, okay? Maybe I need to walk my dog more. Then I schedule that in that week, right? I just calendar block. That's kind of how you maintain this idea of work-life balance, is making sure that you are setting appointments for what's important to you. And I know I'm kind of breezing through this, and we can really dive deeper because this idea of work-life balance is hurting so many people because they feel like they're not doing enough. And I just want you to know that you're doing amazing and that you're doing your best. And don't be hard on yourself because you can only do so much. You're only one person. And unfortunately, there will be some things that will be left behind. There'll be events that you can't go to. There'll be some people you let down, and it's going to be okay. on the grand scheme of life, it's gonna be okay. But one way that you can combat that is making sure that you are actively calendaring and then you're following through with that calendar. So if you know Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, that's your work time, then hone in that's your work time. Maybe before you go to work, you schedule an hour with your partner, and that's your alone time, that's your intimate time, that's the time that you guys connect. Maybe you guys go out to breakfast every Wednesday. Maybe in the evenings, that's the time that you spend going to, I don't know what you want to do, but going to charity events or whatever it looks like for you. Let's calendar it all in. That's going to help you so much with seeing where your time is spent and also evaluating where could you spend more time at instead of just letting time lapse, right? Like, let's really think about it. How much time are you spending on Netflix? How much time are you spending on Instagram, right? Or Facebook or TikTok or whatever that looks like for you? Like, let's get serious with ourselves. Like, are we wasting time? Really? Do we really need to watch a whole season in, a whole day? Like, can you maybe not do so much Netflix and then spend more time with your kids or your husband or your dog or on work, right? If it's the opposite for you, let's really think about it. Like, how are you spending your time? And then calendar and time block. That is the only way that you can achieve work-life balance. Because again, it's this ideology that people have fed you that you're not enough and you're not doing enough. And again, you're doing great. All you can do is make sure you're using your time effectively and that you are doing what drives you and motivates you and makes you happy. So, that is my answer. It was complex and probably super confusing, and I don't even know if I answered it, but that's my take on work-life balance. If you have a question or something that you're struggling with that you just need a little bit of guidance on, or maybe you want to talk through, send it to me below. Or DM me, either or, whatever works for you. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment. I would love to know what you think. If you just thought this was horseshit and you thought it was horrible and I should never do it again, say that too, because then I won't ever do it again. Hey, it's all up to what you guys want. I'm here to serve you. I want to just give you the guidance that I've learned from my own entrepreneurial journey, from my own life, and some of my amazing friends and colleagues. So if I could be of assistance, let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.